Ever wondered why a Sigma female might be ignoring you? Get ready to uncover the 7 surprising reasons why Sigma females always seem to ignore you. Welcome to the enigmatic world of Sigma females, a fascinating group of introverted, self-reliant individuals who march to the beat of their own drum. They are the embodiment of the phrase, "still waters run deep." On the surface, they may seem distant or aloof, but beneath the surface there's a complex personality shaped by a strong sense of individualism and a distinct disregard for societal norms. Sigma females, unlike their alpha and beta counterparts, are not invested in the power dynamics of social hierarchies. They are not interested in leading or following. Instead, they are the lone wolves, the independent thinkers, the ones who prefer their own company to that of others. Their unique personality traits can sometimes lead them to ignore others, not out of arrogance or rudeness, but because of their tendency to operate outside traditional social structures. They are not driven by the desire to be liked or accepted, but by their own internal compass. This can be perplexing for those who try to interact with them. You might think a Sigma female is ignoring you because she doesn't like you or because she's too shy to engage. But the truth is, it's often much more complicated than that. Sigma females have a rich inner life, and they value their time and energy highly. They choose their interactions carefully, and they're not afraid to distance themselves from people or situations that they find draining or unfulfilling. So if a Sigma female is ignoring you, it's not a personal slight, but a reflection of their unique approach to social interactions. Understanding a Sigma female can be like trying to solve a complex puzzle. It requires patience, insight, and a willingness to look beyond the surface. But for those willing to make the effort, the rewards can be profound. If you're left wondering why a Sigma female is giving you the cold shoulder, let's delve into the top 7 reasons. Reason number 1, independence. Sigma females are like lone wolves, wandering independently within the pack. They value their solitude and personal space, enjoying the freedom it provides to explore their own thoughts, ideas, and interests. This independence is a core aspect of their personality, a trait that is often misunderstood by those around them. When a Sigma female seems to be ignoring you, it's not because they dislike you or find you uninteresting. Rather, it's because they are engrossed in their own world, a world rich with imagination and introspection. They are not bound by societal norms and expectations, and they choose to walk their own path, even if it means walking alone. Sigma females thrive in their independence, finding comfort and contentment in their solitude. So if you ever feel neglected by a Sigma female, remember it's not personal. It's just how they operate. Moving on to reason number 2, energy conservation. Sigma females are known to be selective in their interactions, and there's a compelling reason for this. It's all about energy conservation. Unlike extroverts who thrive on social interactions, Sigma females often find these engagements draining. They prefer to conserve their energy for pursuits that truly matter to them. They value quality over quantity, and this includes their interactions. This might make them appear aloof or distant, but the reality is they are just being mindful of their energy expenditure. They choose to invest their time and energy in meaningful connections and activities that fuel their growth and happiness. A Sigma female's perceived ignorance is often a conscious choice to recharge and refocus. It's not about disregarding others, but about respecting their own boundaries. So remember, they're not ignoring you. They're just recharging. Reason number 3, selective socializing. Sigma females are not the ones to keep company just for the sake of it. They are incredibly discerning about who they let into their lives. This selectivity isn't about being superior or aloof. It's about safeguarding their energy and maintaining their unique vibe. It's their way of preserving their individuality and authenticity. They don't ignore you because they dislike you. They simply choose who they want to spend their time with. This can often be misunderstood as ignoring or snubbing, when in fact it's about their need for quality interactions and meaningful relationships. They prefer deep, thoughtful conversations over small talk, and they'd rather have a few close relationships than a wide circle of acquaintances. Remember, with Sigma females, it's not about quantity, but quality. Their selective socializing is a reflection of their self-awareness and respect for their own needs. It's not about you, it's about them and their choices. Let's dive into reason number 4, deep thinkers. Sigma females are known for their profound thinking capabilities. They are introspective and often get lost in their world of thoughts. This characteristic can sometimes make them seem distant or aloof. It's not that they're shunning the world around them, but rather their minds are typically filled with a whirlwind of ideas and thoughts. They're the type to ponder on the deeper meaning of life, to question the status quo, to strategize their next moves. This deep thinking nature can often lead them to retreat into their shells, to seek solitude for reflection. They may seem detached, but in reality they are just engrossed in their thoughts, dissecting and analyzing every bit of information they have gathered. They're not ignoring you, they're just lost in thought. Their minds are intricate labyrinths that they enjoy exploring, and sometimes they simply get lost in the maze. Here's reason number 5, authenticity. Sigma females have an uncanny ability to sense authenticity, or the lack thereof, in people. They are drawn to truth and genuineness, and they have little to no tolerance for pretense. So if you're not being real, they're likely to distance themselves from you. This isn't because they're judgmental, but because they value their own authenticity and expect the same from others. They're not about playing games or entertaining superficial interactions. Instead, they crave deep and meaningful connections that are rooted in truth. This is a key aspect of their personality, one that defines their actions and reactions. So, if a Sigma female is ignoring you, take a moment to reflect. Are you being authentic? Are you showing your true colors? If not, there's your answer. They're not ignoring you, they're just seeking authenticity. Moving on to reason number 6, self-sufficiency. In the grand tapestry of human interactions, our Sigma females stand out as self-sufficient individuals, capable of handling their own affairs with grace and tenacity. A common misconception is that this self-sufficiency translates to them ignoring others. It's not that they're aloof or indifferent, it's just that they are perfectly capable of managing their own lives without the need for constant assistance or validation from others. This independence might come off as them disregarding others, but in reality it's their way of asserting their self-reliance. They are not dismissive, they are simply self-assured. They thrive in their own space, solving their own problems and creating their own happiness. This self-sufficiency is not a rejection of others, but rather a testament to their own strength and resilience. Remember, Sigma females are not ignoring you out of malice or disinterest. They're not ignoring you, they're just self-reliant. Finally, reason number 7, privacy. The Sigma female cherishes her private world. This isn't about being secretive, rather it's a deep-rooted appreciation for personal space and solitude. They believe in the sanctity of their own world, a place where they can be themselves without judgment or intrusion. This may sometimes come across as them ignoring others, but it's more about maintaining boundaries. Their privacy is a sanctuary, a fortress of solitude where they can retreat, recharge, and reflect. It's a sacred space where they can explore their thoughts, feelings, and ideas freely. Therefore, if a Sigma female seems distant or unresponsive, it's not a personal slight. It's simply her way of preserving her private sphere. She is not shutting you out, she's simply shielding her privacy. So remember, it's not that they're ignoring you, they're just protecting their privacy. To sum it all up, let's take a moment to revisit our exploration into the intriguing world of Sigma females. We've delved into 7 key reasons why these unique individuals might seem to ignore you, each shedding light on their distinct personality traits and behaviors. First, we spoke of independence. Sigma females are self-reliant and value their autonomy. They prefer to carve their own path, which can sometimes lead to them coming across as distant or detached. Next, we touched on energy conservation. The Sigma female is selective about where she invests her energy. She'll often opt for quiet contemplation over unnecessary social interactions, which can be misconstrued as ignoring others. The third reason was selective socializing. Sigma females are not antisocial, they are selectively social. They choose their company wisely, focusing on quality over quantity. a trait that can sometimes be misread as aloofness. Moving on, we discussed how Sigma females are deep thinkers. They have a rich inner life, often getting lost in their thoughts and ideas. This introspective nature can, at times, make them seem unapproachable. Fifth on our list was authenticity. Sigma females value genuineness and are not inclined to engage in pretense or superficial interactions. This can sometimes make them seem aloof or distant. Next, we examined self-sufficiency. Sigma females are self-sustaining, often preferring to rely on their own resources rather than seeking help or support. This can sometimes lead to them appearing standoffish. Lastly, we discussed privacy. Sigma females value their personal space and solitude. They are private individuals who guard their personal life closely, which can sometimes come across as them ignoring others. As we've discovered, the behavior of Sigma females can often be misinterpreted. These 7 reasons offer a glimpse into their complex and fascinating world. Understanding these aspects can help shed light on their enigmatic nature. Remember, understanding is the first step to acceptance. So, the next time a Sigma female seems distant, remember these 7 reasons.